I wanted to make this video for the traders out there that are really confused about which strategy should I use? How do I know which one is the best one? All these people are saying different things. Should I use this chart pattern? Should I use a trend line strategy? Should I use a ICT, a breakout strategy? There's so many different strategies, and you honestly don't really know which one is for you until you really tried everything. Like, you kind of see, okay, this kind of fits my personality. This is something that works out better for me versus another one. All we're doing as traders is spotting a certain movement. At the end of the day, we're all looking at the same chart. This is the same movement that another trader looks at. If they use a 2-minute time frame, which this is on, all we're doing here is seeing, all right, based on the candlesticks that I see in live time, this is signaling to me I want to enter right here and then wherever the stop loss is. Right here, we're just going to keep it simple, staying on this 2-minute time frame, not going to any other time frames. Looking at this movement, this is the time frame I look at as I'm live trading. I am not going between different time frames. I am simply looking at the 2-minute time frame. We're going to go through different examples and we'll look at different ways someone can interpret the same movement. Now, there's nothing wrong with any kind of strategy out there. If it works for you, that's okay. Some traders like to trade ICT. I personally don't do that, but I saw a lot of similarities between like different names and stuff versus just price action movements. So an example here, if you know what the fair value gap is or you don't, we'll just go over that real quick. Fair value gaps is essentially a push upward, a nice strong push. And then pretty much a gap is created where there's no like wick or bodies inside this area, so just a strong push. And then price comes back in the area to pretty much, sometimes it goes inside or retest the area. And then you pretty much enter as price goes upward again. And then some people may see it as a bullish engulfing here. Bullish engulfing meaning a body is bigger than the previous red candlestick, and that signals to you a bullish uptrend. So if you see this movement, one trader may enter calls somewhere up here after they get a signal of a fair value gap. Second trader may see a pullback. Now we have this 9 EMA turned on, and sometimes you may see, oh, price is pushing upward. I see it rejecting a little. It goes a little bearish. It pulls back closer to this 9 EMA. I see this as a potential area where I want to enter calls after a pullback entry. So same thing, you enter up here as price shows bullishness in this continued uptrend. Third trader may see something like a breakout trade. So right at open, sometimes you have, a high created, a high of day, and that is a key level. Whenever a high of day is created or even a low of day right there, these are all key levels that if price comes close to it, sometimes you get additional signals for you to enter certain trades. Here, someone may see that as high of day breakout. It pushes upward, it closes above, showing a nice strong breakout. And then based on that movement, you enter for calls after that push upward. So same concept, this is a breakout movement. Someone else, okay, so that's the third trader. Someone else may see this as an opening range breakout. High of day, low of day, breaks out of that range, you enter calls. So that's, I guess, the fourth trader. Fifth trader may see it as a break and retest of that same key level created. So then that's another thing. And pretty much that break and retest looks exactly like the pullback that we just looked at. But what we're trying to get from here is that it's just the same movement. All we're seeing is that it's bullish. Everyone knows it's bullish here. And then based on that movement, based on what happens after that bullish movement, are you trying to interpret, all right, this is around the time I want to enter. Some people may be able to enter right here. Some people enter there. Some people may enter right up there. And honestly, it's just based on your preference and however you manage your trade. The higher you enter here, sometimes it means a wider stop loss. If you enter closer here, maybe it means a tighter stop. So it's all about personal preference. If you like to play it a little safer to know, okay, it's really going higher from this area, maybe you wait for a push upward. And then like now I'm seeing is that there could be a sixth trader. The sixth trader could look at it as a consolidation breakout. Once you see price pause, you see a lot of dojis, a lot of indecisiveness. It's not really telling us it's going upward or downward. It's just stalling for a while. Once price breaks that area, you can enter calls as price pushes with strength away. So what are we getting from this? All we're seeing is that it's the exact same candles. To me, it doesn't really matter what strategy you use. It doesn't matter about the names. I never really cared about memorizing all these special names, these little things based on numbers and stuff. I just looked at it like, what is price showing me? Once you dumb trading down to a really, really simple level And if you're able to explain this to someone who doesn't know how to trade, and you're able to explain what you see, then it's pretty much showing that you know what you're looking at. You are understanding how to interpret the candles and to know whether, based on these candles formed, how do I know price is going upward? How do I know it's going downward? And that's all it is. So essentially, if you understand what the candles look like and you get those signals that it's showing you a continuation in a certain direction, you're pretty much just entering in that continuation of that direction. All this is, just make it super simple, focus on understanding price action, look at live trading, understand the candles, how does price open at, how big are the bodies, how long are the wicks, where are those candlesticks forming in relation to all these other key levels, and that's the easiest way you can learn how to trade.